10 quotes by African dictators. 10. Idi Amin Uganda. There's freedom of speech, but I cannot guarantee freedom after speech. Proclaimed the conqueror of the British Empire, Idi Amin rose to power through a military coup in 1971. Amin is largely praised for his efforts to promote African nationalism, as well as assert Uganda's sovereignty. He took bold steps to challenge colonial legacies and push for African self-determination. Amin implemented policies aimed at empowering indigenous Ugandans, which contributed to a sense of national pride and identity. 9. Mobutu Sese Seko, Congo. A politician who is rich is a thief. This quote by Mobutu suggests his stance on corruption within political circles. Mobutu is credited with modernizing the Congo's infrastructure during his rule. He also played a key role in promoting African unity and advocating for the continent's interests on the global stage. Mobutu is remembered for his efforts to maintain stability in a region plagued by political turmoil and external pressures. Despite his alleged controversial legacy by the West, he is viewed as a symbol of national pride and sovereignty for the Democratic Republic of the Congo. 8. Muammar Gaddafi, Libya. We are fighting imperialism, not each other. The future of Libya belongs to its people, not to foreign powers. Gaddafi implemented several policies that aimed to improve the lives of ordinary Libyans. Under his rule, Libya experienced significant advancements in education and healthcare, which was freely provided to all citizens. Gaddafi also initiated various infrastructure projects, including the Great Man-Made River, one of the world's largest irrigation projects, which brought water to vast desert regions, improving agricultural productivity and living conditions. Gaddafi advocated for African unity and self-reliance, promoting Pan-African ideals and initiatives aimed at reducing Africa's dependency on foreign aid. Gaddafi's positive contributions to education, healthcare, infrastructure development, and Pan-Africanism are eternally acknowledged and greatly missed by the people of Libya today. 7. Robert Mugabe, Zimbabwe. We have fought for our land. We have fought for our sovereignty. Small as we are, we have won our independence, and we are prepared to shed our blood to defend the land and the sovereignty. Mugabe played a significant role in the liberation struggle against colonial rule in Zimbabwe, then known as Rhodesia. He was a prominent figure in the fight for independence and was instrumental in bringing an end to white minority rule in the country. Mugabe's leadership during this period inspired many Africans who sought freedom from colonial oppression. Mugabe's regime prioritized land redistribution to address historical inequalities in land ownership, a key issue in Zimbabwe's history. 6. Haile Selassie, Ethiopia. Throughout history, it has been the inaction of those who could have acted that has made it possible for evil to triumph. Haile Selassie was revered as a godlike figure by his subjects. Selassie played a key role in resisting Italian colonization and defending Ethiopia's sovereignty. His leadership during the Second Italo-Ethiopian War earned him international recognition as a symbol of anti-colonial resistance and African unity. Throughout his reign, Selassie advocated for peace, stability, and unity, both within Ethiopia and across Africa. His efforts to modernize Ethiopia, defend its sovereignty, and promote peace and unity, both at home and abroad, reigned supreme. 5. Hastings Banda, Malawi. It is the duty of every citizen to work for the welfare and well-being of the nation. Hastings Kamuza Banda, the founding father of Malawi, prioritized the expansion of educational opportunities, leading to increased literacy rates and educational attainment among Malawians. Banda also invested in infrastructure projects, including road construction and healthcare facilities, which helped to improve living standards and access to essential services for many Malawians. Banda advocated for national unity and promoted a sense of Malawian identity, which contributed to social cohesion and stability in the country. 4. Siad Barre, Somalia. The revolution has always been in the hands of the young. The young always inherit the revolution. Siad Barre, military leader of Somalia, focused on infrastructure development, investing in projects such as road construction, telecommunications, and agricultural development. These initiatives stimulated economic growth and development. He also pursued policies to promote gender equality and women's empowerment. Siad Barre's contributions to education, infrastructure, and gender equality have left a lasting impact on Somalia's development trajectory. Unfortunately, Barre's downfall in 1991 plunged Somalia into decades of civil war and instability. 3. Sani Abacha, Nigeria. Any insurgency that lasts more than 24 hours, a government official has a hand in it. One of the most prominent Nigerian dictators was General Sani Abacha. During his regime, Nigeria saw significant investments in oil exploration and production, as well as the expansion of infrastructure related to the petroleum industry. These initiatives contributed to the modernization and expansion of Nigeria's oil sector, which remains a crucial pillar of the country's economy today. Abacha's sudden death led to a transition to civilian rule in Nigeria. His legacy remains controversial, with some viewing him as a strongman who brought stability to Nigeria, while others condemn him for his repressive tactics and rampant corruption. 2. Jean-Fidel Bokassa, Central Africa Republic. It is easier to lead a camel through the eye of a needle than to lead a people to freedom. Jean-Fidel Bokassa, the Emperor of the Central African Republic, implemented several initiatives aimed at modernizing the country and improving living conditions for its citizens. During his tenure, Bokassa focused on infrastructure development, which helped to enhance the country's basic services and connectivity. Bokassa also emphasized education and healthcare, making efforts to expand access to schooling and medical services in rural areas. Bokassa sought to promote national unity and cultural pride by celebrating Central African culture and traditions. He supported initiatives to preserve and showcase the country's rich heritage, fostering a sense of identity and belonging among its citizens. 1. Yahya Jammeh, Gambia. Every Westerner is jubilating that the Berlin Wall has fallen. Something worse than the Berlin Wall is in Palestine, and nobody is talking about it. Yahya Jammeh implemented several programs and initiatives during his tenure that had positive impacts on the country. One of his notable achievements was the improvement of infrastructure, including roads, bridges, and public facilities, which contributed to the overall development of the Gambia. Jammeh also focused on agricultural development, implementing schemes to support farmers and improve food security in the country. His government invested in irrigation projects, provided subsidies for agricultural inputs, and promoted modern farming techniques to increase productivity and reduce dependency on food imports. Jammeh prioritized healthcare, expanding access to medical services and improving healthcare facilities across the country. His government implemented initiatives to combat diseases such as malaria and HIV/AIDS, as well as launching vaccination campaigns to protect the population from preventable illnesses. While his tenure was marked by controversy and allegations of human rights abuses, including repression of political opponents and journalists, Jammeh's ousting in 2017 marked the end of his rule. As we reflect on the legacies of these African dictators, let us remember only Africans can accurately write the history of Africans. What are your thoughts on these dictators? Kindly comment, like, share, and follow for more. And until next time, keep discovering.